Mm-hmm. I should have titled it "The Best Revenge." That's what I should have titled it. You good? I can't do that online.
Oh, well, you on air.
I am now. Wow.
So they hear you going all out right
Just
now.
snorting and everything and smacking and chewing.
Yeah, there's no cocaine involved with this, y'all.
Oh,
She
absolutely not.
definitely just has
Yeah, I
sinuses.
don't I don't do drugs
They be
of
like,
any
yo,
kind.
they getting down in GFN radio over
You
there.
know. Exactly.
Let's get the show started
I get it.
before the police kick the door in.
Hey. And they can come in and get on the show too.
It's going down right here. My favorite girl in the house, Fitness by Nori. What's going on, Nori?
What's up? How you doing?
You know how we do it, baby. You know what
Gee,
I'm saying?
while I'm sitting on here, I'm looking at my notes and writing down my stuff and got my head down. You trying to check everything. You telling me to look up. I look up what you say. I look like I was asleep.
Yeah, you look like you've been asleep.
I look
Ain't
like I was
seen the,
taking a nap.
like Ice Cube say, ain't seen the sun in 66 days.
And wait a minute. I done seen the sun.
Yeah,
But while you're tripping this doggone weather, look, I just want to say one thing about the weather. The weather is changing
Oh, yeah.
and it's getting closer to summer. You know, those summer months when people be talking about putting on their booty, shorts, and the guys be wanting to put on their hoochie daddy shorts. And, I can't wait in particular. I don't particularly like to be cold. I'm a summer baby. I was born in June. So I like summer months. I didn't like summer months in particular when I was heavy because I like to wear shorts and dresses and stuff like that. I don't particularly like to wear underclothes under it. And so I used to hate when my thighs rubbed together because they really hurt. And so now I can't wait till the summer months because I swear for Lord, I'm going to have on me some shorts so short they going to look like panties.
Wait a minute,
And
let's go back for a
yeah,
second.
and I'm going to have on me some high heels
Did
with
you
them
speak
too.
about you didn't wear underwear?
What?
Did you speak about you don't wear underwear?
Gee, that's a waste of material.
Oh, my God. The sex offenders all over North Texas is
I got something
smiling.
for them if they come to me.
They smiling. So you still don't wear them?
I mean, I'm smaller now, and so my thighs don't rub together now. So, I mean,
Hey,
I'll let you use your own imagination.
hey, for you guys that are single, you know what I mean? And
If
you
they
want a good,
single,
you want a good woman, I mean?
not if they're single. If they single,
A pantyless, in shape, pretty girl. Come on now.
listen, I know people
I'ma
of
take you.
all sizes that don't wear underwear.
I'm gonna take you to the stock rodeo. You know how they be selling off the cows and the
You
bulls.
always be trying to auction me
Yeah,
out. You know
yeah,
what, G? We need to do an auction for real.
yeah. I mean, for real,
We
like a
need to do an
dating game.
auction or whatever. Yep.
Get
And
get
then
some guys in here, like at
yep.
least 3 guys and stuff, and you
And
know,
like ask some questions and stuff, and then we can go on some dates and stuff.
no doubt. I
And then
like
they can
that.
tell me my pros and my cons. Tell me what's wrong with me. You
Well,
know
if
what I'm
anybody
saying?
got an issue with you not wearing panties, let me know. I'm gonna bust them in their damn face.
Oh,
Something wrong with them.
I mean, you would never know unless I told you. So,
Well, now I
it,
know.
it really is a waste of material. But, that's just for me. Hey, everybody ain't the same. If you got some vaginal issues going on and a bunch of leakage and stuff, you might need to put on some,
Yeah.
a Panalana and
Yeah, go get
everything
you
else.
some Pampers,
Go and get you some
Huggies.
huggies. Go and get you some of that, boric acid that I was telling you about, some boric acid suppositories, let it help you out. A lot of people be afraid to talk about stuff like that because they be ashamed and stuff. Don't be ashamed. You ain't got to be ashamed now. I done told you what you can go and get. You can order it online and have it delivered to your
Well,
house.
you got to get the right one because they got some that's for like the roaches and all that. You don't want that, right?
You don't have boric acid suppositories for roaches.
Oh, okay. I'm
It's
just
a
making sure.
vaginal suppository.
But yeah.
And so, you know, you can go ahead and you can order it online now, have it sent to your house, shall do your 7-day dosage and go on. You know, but let's be honest, if we get down to the real issues, you know, it's according to what you're consuming. So don't be consuming nasty men and don't be consuming that nasty sugar, right? Because, you know, the things that deal with our, you know, deal with your yeast in growth and overgrowth of yeast and bacteria and stuff like that, it starts in the gut. And so if you're feeding it a lot of sugars and antibiotics and things of that nature, you are going to have those type of problems, right? And then what do they give you when you go to the doctor for bacteria infection or bacteria vaginosis or any of that? They always try to give you antibiotics. So antibiotics knock out your good bacteria as well as the bad bacteria, right? And so you have to start all over. So take you a pro and a prebiotic. Get rid of the sugar. Stop consuming the nasty sugar, sugary drinks and soft drinks and sodas and candy and all of that. Go ahead and balance out your diet and balance out you some healthy men that you are consuming in that thing. So and you won't have those type of issues. But I was talking about the summer body. Me personally, I am a certified personal trainer, but I like to look at myself as a health and wellness trainer. So what my desire is to get you off of all the medications and all of that, right? And so with that being said, I don't like to train for events, meaning, you know, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. My birthday is coming, cruise, my anniversary, you know, because you're just going to go along with that situation for, you know, 30 days, 6 weeks, whatever the time frame is that we give you in order to knock that out, right? And then you're going to go back to doing the same things that you were doing before. The thing is to change your mindset and to change your habits, to change the things that you are doing that got you in this situation so that you won't have to continue to work towards that particular goal. So for me, I like to get you to a health and wellness stage where you're not taking medications and all of this stuff, and you can be healthy and happy and whole in your life. So that's why the title is Live Well today. It's Live Well, guys. Please make sure you go ahead and share. Make sure you go ahead and share. Let us know that you shared it. We will shout you out. With that being said, Wayne G is living well up in here. I'm making sure that he getting up off of any type of medication, any type of issues. When I walked up in here today, your boy was eating his oatmeal and all of that. And that's the thing. You just change a couple of things at a time. I told him, gee, every time I see you, every week, you looking smaller and smaller. And then he done had to call his little old friend and tell her, hey, you better get it together, because Nori said, I'm giving some of these 40-year-olds a run for their money. And yes, I did say it, because he is.
Fine. Straighten your game up. You got to take a loss.
See, that's my thing. I didn't say he was fine.
I'm looking like Christopher Columbus. I'm discovering new lands.
He just took that and made it and said he was fine. He said, you know, he make good. What you say? You make the good out of anything.
You could tell me my report card was terrible. I'm gonna make a good reason on that. You know, listen, I look at the bright side of everything. You know? Don't.
Well, G is actually really, really getting small, and some areas are, you know, last week he was, you know, thinking about stealing his girlfriend's bra, until I seen him last week and was like, gee, you know, you don't got no man boobs no more. Your pectoral muscles are sitting up. You know, he was like, really? I was just about to steal my girl bra, you know.
I was going to get one of them joints, Lane Bryant or something.
What? You know?
Plus size bras. I needed it one time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel a whole lot better about myself, and this is what I want to lead this to, that I want to speak on the young lady and the 3 guys that went down to Mexico for surgery.
Yeah.
You know, again, I've stressed this to my own daughters. One of my daughters went out the country, and she went, you know, I forgot where it was, but it was really, you know, a far place. And I told her, I said, look, when you having these surgeries, these people put you to sleep. You don't know which slave trade you can wake up in.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So I want a lot of the women, you know, and even guys, if you're running down there getting all this surgery, a tummy tuck, working out, eating better, could have solved that. Instead, two people that's close to you lost their lives, and you could have lost your life, and that's that's probably trauma for the rest of their lives. You know,
Facts.
living through that. You know, it's not worth it. You know, I mean, roll with what God gave you. That's what He gave you. You can always make it better, but when you surgically trying to cheat, you know, the bad habits of how you lived previously is why you need the tummy tuck.
Exactly.
You know, so how long you think it'll be before you be right back in that situation again? You know, needing some other surgery, and that's not. It's just not good. I mean, you know, hey, Fitness by Nori has a workout place. Let's put this up on the screen for all you women that need tummy tucks and you know, and different things like that. Give yourself a trial. Well, you know, I do understand also that we live in a microwave society. Everybody want it fast. They don't want to put the work in to get anywhere. No, you have to put the work in and stay safe, because when you stepping out this country, you got to understand the economy is terrible for us here in this country right now. Those countries like Mexico is like it's like a what you call those third world countries. Yeah, they are starving out there, and even if a tummy tuck will cost you $3,000, let's say. I looked up the price of $3,000 in Mexico. You know how much that money that is?
How many pesos is it?
58,000.
Wow.
And that person can live off that $58,000. So I mean, you come in, if you came in with the minimum of 3,000, this person looking at you like, you know, that they'll kill you for that, you know.
I mean, people will kill you for much less.
Come
you know
on, we seeing it here in the States.
Yeah. The thing is with these surgeries, a lot of people don't understand. You, like you said, when you go overseas or whatever, you go somewhere else, you're gonna be put under, and we never know what they're doing when they put you under here. Right. But you at least have documents, you have family here and stuff like that. If something were to happen, we can locate them, we can locate the documents, we can say what, you know, you done signed off on or whatever. You in another country. A lot of people try to sneak over there because they don't want nobody to know, because they want to lie and to show, you know, make people believe that they've done the hard work themselves and stuff. And it's always going to be something that happens, whether you gain the weight back quickly or whatever, because you have not changed your behavior, or you have some type of issue from the surgery.
And you're working with ghosts.
Yeah,
because they can disappear. What's the girl name who went to Mexico with her friends and they beat her to death?
Right.
They still haven't been locked up.
Right. Well, they did extradite them back to Mexico and stuff like that. I didn't keep up with the whole story or whatever.
I seen Ben Crump the other day speaking about it, like they haven't been locked, they haven't been, you know, charged or whatever, and that's the problem of that happening in another country, you know, another jurisdiction.
Correct. But the thing about it with the surgeries or whatever, they, you know, in other countries and stuff, they know how valuable we are, our organs and stuff like that. So you go in there and you have liver and you have 2 kidneys and you have a heart and stuff like that. You wake up or whatever, they got you sewed all up. You're going to be sore and stuff anyways. Yeah. And then you get back over here and find out you only have 1 kidney. Yep, or you get back over here and find out you don't have a liver.
Prime example, they was talking to a man, like I've seen this story about 4 or 5 years ago. He went to one of those countries, and he met a woman, and they were drinking at the bar.
Yeah.
And when he woke up in his hotel room,
he was missing
a kidney.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in some ice water, and he was missing a kidney.
Yeah.
And so what I'm telling you is our organs and stuff are so valuable. And so your body, your melanin, look it up. Go Google it and see how much your melanin is worth, how much your skin is worth. Guys, we are so valuable, and we do not value ourselves because we don't want to strengthen our heart. We don't want to strengthen our lungs and stuff by doing a little cardio. We don't want to strengthen our muscles by doing a little resistance training, you know, some calisthenics, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever, right? We want to go over and we want to try to get the fast results and all of this stuff and end up being worse off than we were. I know some people that were healthy before they had surgery, they were heavy, but they were healthy. They didn't have high blood pressure. They didn't have to take any medicines. They didn't have diabetes and all of this stuff, high cholesterol or whatever. They didn't have none of those things. They just needed to lose some weight, right? But no sooner than they had the surgery or whatever, then they started having health complications. Because when you remove part of your stomach, there is other parts of your body that's relying off of those things. And like for me, y'all know I look at the body as a machine. And so when you're looking at the body as a machine, that means one thing is looking to work off of another, right? And so if you cut off part of your stomach and you have different acids in your stomach that is able to dissolve the grease from the fried chicken that you're eating, right? Now you don't have that level of acid and stuff in your stomach anymore, the stomach acid, right? And now it goes straight to one of your filters, which is what? Your gallbladder. Normally, your gallbladder is trying to flush out all of that fat and stuff. And now it's overloaded that filter. And what? They got to remove your gallbladder. So now what? No sooner than you eat and swallow something, you got to go to the toilet. That's not a healthy way of living. That's not a good, way of life for you. You out to dinner with somebody, you hold on, you gripping your tail trying to run to the bathroom because you might have a leak. Like sometimes some things are better putting in the work versus trying to get off with everything easy. We were taught when we were coming up that anything worth having is worth working for. Things don't come easy. It doesn't always come easy, especially if it's something with some tenure, some longevity, something that's going to last over time, right? You're going to have to work on it, And I tell my clients and stuff like, hey, you didn't get this stomach overnight. You ain't going to lose it overnight. You didn't get this stomach overnight. You ain't going to lose it overnight if you work it out or if you go and have surgery. Because if you go have surgery, now you're going to be left with a scar from hip to hip if you have a tummy tuck. And depending on how your booty is made, it might go all around to the top of your butt cheeks. Okay, I've seen that as well. But you're going to be left with a scar. And then what you try to do to cover up the scar, you go and get a tattoo from hip to hip, and people like, oh, that's sexy or whatever. The guys know that you done had a tummy tuck. They know. They can see it. They can see the scar. They're going to rub it. They're going to touch it because they're trying to rub on that meow. Okay?
I ain't touching that.
So they're going to touch it. And even though you got a tattoo there, they're going to feel it. And then they're going to know. And the first thing guys say is, oh, I don't want nobody that's fake. I don't want nobody with no fake booty, fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake contacts and this. They don't want nobody fake.
And find a new world to live in.
But them the ones that they go after.
Yeah, find a new world to live in then, because everybody got something that ain't natural today. The natural black woman is gone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, not all of us, but at the same time, listen, you're going to have to work on it. You just got to work on it. And again, listen to me. I ain't beating up nobody if you want to have surgery. I'm talking about from the health perspective of it. I have 3 people that I know that are very, 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 very close to me, and all 3 of them have had different surgeries, which was the lap band, in which she had to go back and have an emergency surgery to get the lap band removed.
They terrible.
Okay. Then I had somebody that had the gastric sleeve, had to go back and have a reconstructive surgery because there was a complication with the sleeve. Okay. Knew somebody that had the gastric bypass, had to go back, have a reconstructive surgery because they had a setback a couple of weeks after the surgery. Then 2 years after the surgery, had to turn around and go back, had a problem with the gallbladder, had the gallbladder removed, turned around and had all kind of stuff, gallstone, then had the gallbladder removed. Like, I'm just letting you know there are health complications that come along with surgeries. So you might want to be mindful of that.
Our natural African and Indian people, they made it for years and didn't have
none
surgeries,
of that.
So, I mean, it's the natural you. I mean, we already people that is built with the design to be in great shape.
Absolutely.
We just allow us, I mean, we eating things
We've allowed the Western culture.
Right. We eating things we never would have put in our body years ago. You know what I mean? I've dated a girl one time, and her main menu for her children was McDonald's. Every time
you know what? I know this lady, her main menu for her kids is ramen noodles. I'm like, yo, you know ramen noodles are not good for you, right?
Like hell.
Like, that is not good for you at all.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Everybody is different, and they probably feel like, well, this is what I can afford or whatever. And it's funny when people say, well, I can't afford to eat like that. But you can afford to go and get some red bottoms or a Gucci bag or whatever. Whether it's fake or whether it's real, you're still putting a certain amount of money towards that when you can be putting it towards your health. Your health is your wealth. A lot of times you got people that are on a hospital bed that's rich, right? And they have cancer. They will tell you they will pay any amount of money if they could get that cancer out of their body and live well and be healthy. But you got people out here that's healthy and strong, and they, we want to go and we want to do all this crazy stuff to our bodies or whatever. So live well, live well. I can help you do that. I am at the DeSoto Recreation Center Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. I am there on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Okay, so there are 20 chances in the week for you to get a workout in with your girl, Miss Butterfly Beast of Fitness by Nori, okay? Also, every Monday night at 7 p.m., we have Trampoline. Trampoline Fitness is we use the 40-inch round trampolines, and we do, it's low impact for your joints, okay? We do cardio, we do weight training and all of that with the 40-inch round trampolines every Monday night. So you should come out and just try it. See how it is. Let me know if you're coming and you would like to have a brace, because I do have bars that I can put on them or whatever for those of you that are afraid to do it. But you don't really need the bar. I mean, we're not like jumping up to the ceiling, and we're not doing 360 flips and none of that. But I'll put it on there for you if you need it, but just let me know when you sign up for it on the part that says notes or special instructions. Put it on there, and I will definitely put them on there for you. But yeah, guys, listen. Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. Saturdays at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. We have people that say they like to work out early, so I made it to where we can come in early. I have people that want to work out in the evening. Oh, I don't get off to 5, but I really don't want to work out at 8 o'clock because when we get out at 9, then I'm hungry, I can't eat, and I got energy and I can't go to sleep. So we moved it up to 7. We get finished at 8. You grab you some within the next 30 minutes. It'll still burn it off for you. You take your shower, spin around in the shower, lay down, look at TV for about 20 minutes, and you are asleep. The TV is looking at you. All right. What's up, Quentin? Hey, DJ Sean. What's up, Kennedy Nicole? Hey, Shawana. Hey, Shay. DJ Sean said, you're right. It takes time and discipline. It does, guys. It takes time and discipline in order to get the healthy, hold well body that you are looking for. It did not happen overnight. You got, heavy or sick or whatever. It didn't happen overnight, so it's not going to change around the other way overnight. But I guarantee you, your body will be healthier quicker than it got unhealthy. Because if we give our bodies, the God that we serve, just made us so resilient. There's so many things that goes on with the brain and the body that doctors still are not aware of, that they still don't know about, right? Because they didn't create us. They can study and come up with stuff all day long, but each person is different, right? So God created us so amazing that if we give ourselves what we need, our bodies will heal itself. If you give yourself what you need, it'll start to heal itself. You'll start to lose weight, all of that, because we weren't designed to be heavy like this. If that's the case, then our bone structure will not be made like this. People are like, oh, I'm just big boned. There is no such thing as a fat skeleton. There is no such thing. So you're not big boned. You're fat. You got too much fat over your muscle and we can't see it. But it's there and we can help you get it. We can help you see it. Everything on the body, you can lose weight, you can build, you can grow, you can lift, all of that except for breast. Breast is a tissue. It has a pectoral muscle behind it. And so as you build that muscle, it pushes the fat out, right? Muscle overpowers fat. And so it pushes the fat out. So everything else you can build it. You want a big booty? You want a big ghetto booty? You can have all of that. You can build that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You put some weights on it. You eat. You can build all of that. You can build that. You can build your biceps, your triceps. You can build and grow your pectoral muscles, your back muscles, your rhomboids. You can build and grow all of that. Anything on the body. That's like having a natural surgeon right here and you looking at your body and you saying, you know what? I like this right here, but I want to do a little bit more to this. Then we'll go to work on that, right? But guess what? It'll last longer. It'll stay longer. And it looks good and natural. You ain't walking around here like you walking on pencils bouncing two basketballs.
Hey, looking like Tender Boney with a big booty. Come on, that don't even fit.
I mean, and I'm not talking about you. I mean, if that's how you want to spend your money, spend your time, and spend your life, that's on you. But that's not living well. You're not happy. You know people are talking about you and whispering behind your back or whatever, and your feelings get hurt. But we're so used to and conditioned to trying to be hard and nothing bothers us or whatever. And then you go cry in the shadows and cry in the dark. Listen, you don't have to. You can smile in their face when you turn around and say, I know you're talking, but it's mine. Yeah, I worked for it. It's built, not bought. It's okay.
Right.
So come and see your girl Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m., 7 p.m., on Saturday morning, 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Every Monday night, we have trampoline fitness every Monday night, 7 p.m. So listen, share, guys. Please share. The topic today is live well. Live well. G, do you feel like you're living well?
I feel like I'm on the right track. You know what I mean? I feel so much better.
You ain't drunk no more, laying out on the floor.
No,
I
you
never, ain't sniffed no cocaine this week.
I don't drink or do drugs, not like that. You know what I'm saying?
He said not like that.
No, I never drank. Because I had a father that was he was an alcoholic and,
Yep.
and he beat up everybody.
Yep.
So, and I knew I wasn't going to do that to my kids when I got older. So I don't drink, but I feel better. Because coming up, I always was in good shape. Texas got me out of shape because it's a lazy state. When you can drive everywhere. In New York, we walked.
You walk.
We spent plenty of time walking all day long. So, I got more out of shape. But now, I told you at the beginning of the year, I said, man, I'm changing my whole thing.
Yep,
all
and
that
you did
sugar,
just that
everything.
too.
I'm cutting it out because I felt the difference. Hey, when you go to have sex and you don't feel you bringing your best game, something wrong.
Let me tell you something.
And
That's
it
a
starts
problem.
to affect that. Yeah, it starts
That's a
to
problem.
affect that. Yeah, what
I
I'm saying?
mean, you have men and it, like you just said, it affects your ego. One of my clients was taking all this crazy medication or whatever. And, he had some problems with his feet and stuff. And, was just taking all this crazy medication. And one day we were talking and cause I get a little bit deep or whatever when I'm in personal training sessions, because I know that it's more than just working out that helps you with your quality of life. Right. And men, there are certain things that men have to have. And y'all have heard me talk about this before. And so I was talking to him and I was asking him, how's his sex life basically or whatever. And he was like, I'm not good. Like, I got to take these pills and this and this and this. And I was like, you want to be off of them or whatever? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, let's get to it. Like, this is what I need you to do, And so we ended up getting him off those pills or whatever. And like you say, G, he like, man, like my girl was like, she need to come and meet you. I'm like, nah, tell her don't come over here and meet me because she going to be trying to work out with me and she going to be trying to give you a heart attack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I did end up meeting her though. She was super duper cool. She's very happy with him. So,
And the thing is, we don't share information as men.
Yeah.
Women will talk. When women have different problems, they'll talk with each other. But
yeah, because y'all have an ego.
Right, yeah. You don't want to like, my stuff was weak.
It's broken.
Now cats looking at you like, what's your girl's number? Can't trust a cat that know that you ain't pleasing your woman. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't have that support the same way, but the thing is, don't ever be ashamed to talk about things that can save your life.
Right.
You know,
right.
because there's people that went to the grave that a simple conversation could have helped them.
Oh my God.
You know, and they won't tell anybody what they're going through. And, you know, boom, next thing you know, they didn't had a stroke, a heart attack. You know, just somebody could have talked to them and said, man, that sign right there is your blood pressure is too high.
Absolutely.
You need to reverse, you know, a lot of that stuff you eating, because that's the problems. And you know, we just don't talk. But, you know, I felt good about telling you, you know what I'm saying?
Already.
You know, hey, you know, I got to get right.
I got my thing. Then was on the phone with your little friend. She all grinning and giggling. Girl, get off this phone. Hey, Ari talking about some ghetto booty. Yes, a ghetto booty.
Yeah.
We can build you a ghetto booty if you want a ghetto booty. Look.
Erica?
No, Ari, my cousin Ari.
Ari, you want a big booty?
Lee Ari, I love her.
I'm just asking. I mean, you know,
She might want to get her booty, child. Who knows? But listen, so how did I come up? You know, I always tell you how I come up with the topic, right?
Right.
So how did I come up with the topic of live well? So I was looking at Facebook. Was it Facebook? I was looking at something. And you know, Chili, one of the singers of TLC, she's dating Matthew Lawrence, right? This Caucasian male, you know, people were saying all this stuff or whatever, this, that, and the other. Baby, let me tell you something. Chili is almost 50 or whatever, or is 50, I believe. And she was just like, child, look, I'm going on about my business. I'm going to date who want to date me and who like me, you know. And she done just jumped across the tracks and she going on about her business. I seen this thing where Halle Berry was at this function and she went up on the stage to get ready to say something, and she fell. You know, just did a whole belly flop in front of a room full of people, right?
Wow.
And didn't cry, didn't, you know, oh, woe is me, feel sorry for me, nothing. Just, oh, you know, I'm okay, I'm fine. I missed a step, you know, my footing was off. Like, I ain't drunk or nothing, you know, but my footing was off and I fell. You know, it's part of life. Things happen and you have to be able to laugh at yourself sometimes. I know me and my sisters, we do that crap all the time. We'll do something crazy and we can be by ourselves. We'll call each other and be like, yo, guess what I just did? And all of us laughing and acting crazy, right? But I have been dealing with, you know, this situation. Of course, G, I talked to you about me trying to date and stuff like that, right? And this, you know, this one guy, like, I'm talking to him, and, you know, when you're talking to somebody and you're trying to get an understanding, if you have a person that is just set on misunderstanding you, or just set on not trying to get an understanding, or not, I mean, this dude done said to me, like, well, I mean, you do podcasts and shit, you know, you talk too much or whatever. No, you think I talk too much because I'm asking you questions and I'm questioning your ideology, because what you said you wanted me to do was just take the ride, just enjoy the ride and chill. No, as I've said time and time again, I'm too old to be enjoying the ride and just chilling. I need to know where this ride is going so I can decide if I want to enjoy this ride.
Wait.
Go ahead.
He said that you do podcasts and you talk too much.
He say you like to do podcasts and shit, so you know you like to talk.
Well, that
so
can't
you talk too much.
That can't work then. I mean, see, the thing is, anybody that's for you is going to support whatever
Absolutely.
you do. Whatever you do, they don't have a problem with that,
Absolutely.
because that's your love. I don't come in and try to kill someone's love, because this is my passion. I've been in the
Absolutely.
music industry since 1978. You know, so this is my life. Your passion can become your life.
Yeah.
Something that you once took as a hobby. When I went and bought my first piece of equipment
Yeah.
in 77, I didn't realize that I'd be eating off that equipment. It was a trend of DJing and
Right.
rappers out there rapping on the mic. That's what I
was
got
the hot
into.
thing at the time.
Right. I never figured that this would become something like that. He doesn't know what this could turn to be great for you.
Correct.
And maybe you see it already. That's why when you dream, you was
You
the one
can't
that went
tell
to sleep.
everybody.
Right. And you was the one that went to sleep and had that dream.
Yep.
That person that is your most beloved person may think that thought that you came back from with that dream is just totally stupid.
Yep. And that's why you can't tell everybody
Right.
because God didn't give everybody the dream. That God gave it to you.
That's a red
so
flag.
you gotta protect that baby. You know what I'm saying?
That's a red flag. Now,
It's a red flag.
If he's fine and you just want to get with him because you want to get your head spent off your neck or something like that, I can understand you and I love you and all that. But you cannot grow with a person that even say anything like that.
Oh no. So no, G, that ain't it. I don't want to get my head spent out.
I don't know.
Understand this about me. I'm so comfortable with myself. I can spin my own head if I wanted to. So I'm gonna leave that right
You got
there.
that? You got the whistle?
So
You got the?
yeah.
You been to them Templeware parties?
No, I mean I've been to some of the parties or whatever.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the toy parties.
Yeah.
And yes, I have toys and stuff at home, but my toys and stuff are still in the package.
Hey guys, if
I
you
don't
want to
use-
play in the playpen with Nori, she got toys.
You can use them on you. I don't use them.
Oh my God, you be sticking them. Oh my God,
No,
you guys be careful.
G, I just said.
Nori turns you out.
I just said I don't use them.
I'm just saying, you know.
But I don't have a problem with
couple of
pleasing me.
X-Men on the track.
Anyways.
Hey.
So hey.
You done turned them out, Nori. Come
Ain't
on.
nobody turning no dudes
my
out. I
God.
want a man. I want him.
You went from
Listen,
thugging to washing dishes. You know what I mean?
you a hot doggone
Oh
mess
my God,
or whatever.
my girl,
Listen.
Nori.
But he was just, it was just the fact that me speaking was like bothering him is because I was questioning his thought process, right? His ideologies and just I was just trying to get an understanding. Will prevent you from living. You ask too many questions. And I said, well, the only dumb question is the question that you don't ask. I'm asking questions because I'm seeking for an understanding. And the reason why you're getting offended is because I'm questioning the things that you're saying and you don't have any other avenues to dodge what I am getting to.
Yeah.
And when I said that, he was like, well, he just goes off like, F you. I don't have no reason to,
Damn,
this
he
and this and
coming
this.
hard like that?
Oh, okay, well, I appreciate it. So now you're showing me who you are. And yes, the red flag. Yeah, that was a what do you call them bobblehead dolls? That was a dancing bobblehead. Like, here I am. Please don't go any further. Please don't go any further. And what I'm saying is, at any point that you get on that roller coaster ride or that bus or whatever, and you decide you're ready to get off of it, there's nothing wrong with on that bus. You can ding that bell and get up off of it. All right. And so that was one of the things that when he said that, I had a conversation with my sister. He was like, you should just go along for the ride or whatever and just chill. And I told her, I said, you know me, I'm a very adventurous person. I love me some roller coaster rides. But roller coaster rides only last 3 to 5 minutes. Some of them are not even that long. I'm not staying on no roller coaster ride for 3, 5, 10, 15 years. Walking around on eggshells, not knowing when a person's going to go off on you or act crazy or whatever, right? And so I was, after I got off the phone with Bree and talking to her, I was sitting there thinking, and that's how I came up with the topic, live well, because one of my friend's mom, I was discussing some stuff with her, and she said, you know what, baby? The best revenge you can ever have is to live well. And so I thought about that because when I told him, he was like, I don't have to talk to you no more or something like that. And I was like, you quick to like kick people out of your life as if your life is so amazing for people to be in it anyway. I was like, you're rude. You're mean to people. You're always chemically induced. You're always having you're just mean. I was like, I'm not going to be missing anything. And he said, we'll see. Yeah, we will. Because I'm not missing anything. I'm going to live well. Like, it's crazy that you don't have to deal with certain things. And if there are things that are coming in, things or people or whatever that's coming in your life that's stressing you out, causing you to be frustrated or walking around on eggshells or feeling like you can't do anything right, listen, ladies and men, because there are a lot of men that go through this right now, right? If you are feeling like you're walking around on eggshells and stuff and you can't do nothing right and you can't say nothing and you can't voice your opinion and you can't explain yourself or whatever the case may be, those are not the people, places, or things for you. because you're not supposed to be stressed out in this life. We're going to have enough that's going to stress us out. Hell, you got a level of stress with just trying to pick the right foods nowadays, okay? Because I was just looking at something where they talking about they got food glue that glue the meats together, and once you cook it, it looks like the regular meat. So you don't know what these folks is putting in you right now. You don't know what you're eating. If you don't grow it, you don't know it, okay? So we got enough problems with that. You don't need another person adding issues or problems to what you have going on. You know, women, we're supposed to be helping that man. We're supposed to bring him peace. Now, if he is expecting for you to bring him peace and he bringing you drama, that is just retarded. How can you get peace and you're not bringing peace? But if he is a solid person and he's coming home and he's trying to have a conversation with you and he's trying to get an understanding and you're trying to get an understanding and there's a back and forth and there's, reciprocity, then that's different. Try to have a little bit understanding, a little bit of grace. Try to step in those shoes. If you want them to, love and care for you the way that you love and care for them, have a little bit of reciprocity, But understand this, if you got somebody that's stressing you out and every time you look around, you fussing and, and sometimes you just shut down, because that's me. I just shut down because I don't want to argue with my partner. I don't want to argue with my mate. So I won't say nothing. You can always be right. As long as we get to the desired outcome, child, I could care less. But you're not going to keep sitting here stepping on my neck and bouncing on my head, especially how you going to be fussing at somebody if they ain't even said nothing? Remember, y'all, I told y'all that last time the guy that I was talking to, and he was fussing for about 15 minutes, and I just got up and walked out and then talked to him no more, because that's ridiculous. How can you sit up there and argue with yourself? So at some point, you're going to have to decide, this is for me or that's not, for me. And it doesn't take long. Like, gee, when I just expressed that, you was like, oh, that's a red flag. It doesn't take long.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And sometimes women wait till they got 2-3 babies to catch that red flag because they didn't ask questions in the beginning. So 6 months later, you find out they married and all this different stuff like that. There's no way in the world, as nosy as woman is by nature, that they find out someone's married 6 months later after you've been in a relationship, unless you just had your eyes closed.
Well, a lot of times you don't have your eyes closed. You have your nose wide open and your tail open.
Right.
And when you having sex with somebody, it makes you feel like you blocking out stuff. You see stuff right in your face. But when you've broken that barrier of spiritual covering, then you don't tend to look at things like that.
Good sex doesn't mean it's a good man.
Right.
That's as simple as that.
Absolutely.
Hell, porn stars can rock your world, and that's what they do for a living. If that man has laid down with a lot of women, he should be a professional at what he does. He should not be so-so. If he's laying down with a bunch of women, you get good at everything that you do continuously, like working out. If you continuously work out, you should look good, and somebody should look at you and say, damn, you look good. If a man is rocking your world, it ain't because you the first one that he learned that from. He learned that from having multiple relationships. So you have to be a little nosy when you deal with somebody like that, because you could be sexing someone else's man.
Hey, Renee.
And there's hi, Renee. Hey, Renee. But I'm just saying, you got women out here that have been killed by other women behind their men, and vice versa. Same thing with men. They get killed by other women's men that never sat back and did the homework. At the end of the day, it's one thing cheating with a woman that got a boyfriend, but it gets complicated when she got a husband.
Correct.
His life is invested in that woman now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you and another guy could be doing the same thing to that woman, just sleeping around and having good times. But when that man has a wife, that's why I don't play in between that type of thing. That's a dangerous thing right there.
Not only is it a dangerous thing as far as, being human or whatever, but it's a dangerous thing because you're tapping into a covenant that was made, and I don't care if it's, was a godly wedding or, one out in the streets. That's still a covenant that was made. And so you really don't want to get involved in it. But you got some people that pride themselves on being the side, the side chick. Nowadays, they got dudes that pride themselves on being the side dude. It's called the sneaky link.
Yeah.
It's this culture is just getting out of hand. That's not causing you to live well. But hey, if you feel good, if your nervous system, I'm going to always take it back to health and wholeness, fitness. If your nervous system is cool with sneaking around, with jumping in and out of folks' windows and, running and stuff and not knowing if you're going to get shot, not knowing if who knows who and all of that. If you're cool with that, if you like it, I love it. That's what my grandmama used to say. If you like it, I love it.
All behind a piece of ass.
Or a piece of peen.
Yeah, and that's why you see a lot of those rich white men, they go down to the bunny ranch. They'll spend their money, have a good time, and go back home to their family.
And understand this, some of those rich white men, those women know. Their wives know. Right. Their wives ain't fit to go nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere.
They know what we're building. They know what we come together to do. You gone out there and do what you do as long as you take care of this.
Right, but he ain't going to go out and play with my Eva, who going to see his wife and be mean mugging her and disrespecting her and all that.
Facts.
No, she let him go and do what he do. Because she knows,
But you know why she let him go and do what he do. See, that my issue is our men, and when I say our men, I'm talking about our black men. The reason why our men find it hard or whatever to do that is because their women or whatever get upset or whatever because you are not taking care of business at home.
Right.
And then you feel like you can take the little money and resources and stuff that we have and go out here and mess with these other women, whether it be at the bunny ranch or your side chick or whatever, or taking folks to dinner and whatever it is that you're doing, right? Or that you even going over here to be with this other woman or whatever, even if you just sitting up in the house, Netflix and chilling. But you're not doing anything with me. You're not spending time with me. You're not working to build our relationship and to grow what it is that we have, where the other people do that. So when they husbands and stuff go out and do stuff or whatever, it's not like you're not being taken care of or whatever. And I know why you're here. So
right.
It's different. We will never be them.
No.
We are a different breed of people. We love each other. We desire to build whether you believe it or not, we desire to build our men up. Men are so angry right now because they have limited themselves to a point, and they want us to just keep stroking their ego and encouraging them and all of that, even if they ain't doing nothing. You want me to give you credit for doing the bare minimum. You want me to give you credit for the things that you're supposed to be doing anyway, whether you're with me or not. I was talking to a girlfriend, and she was saying that her friend or whatever is saying that the only serious relationships that he have ever been in were with women that he moved in with. So I said, you know me, I'm going to ask my questions. So he doesn't have a house or whatever? No, he lives with his aunt or sister or cousin or somebody or whatever. So he's never going to have the bare basic things that he need in order to bring a woman into his space. And we're supposed to be helpmates. You're already supposed to have a place to stay. You're already supposed to have a car. You're supposed to have a job. That's what God gave Adam the first time when he hit this earth. You going to work.
But how do these girls end up with those guys?
I mean, they choose them.
Right. Well, that's what
they choose them.
So then if that's the case, I should go out and choose a crackhead that want to smoke all day and doing nothing and say, hey, I can make a relationship out with you.
No, but understand
it makes
this.
No sense.
But understand this, G. A lot of times women are, finessed into that. Men are finessers. They'll say these things and talk about the things and all of that. They'll get up. They'll go to church with you. They'll take you to eat and all of that. And here we are 6 months in, and it's time to go to church. You don't want to go to church. You know what I'm saying? At 6 months in, you ain't trying to meet me at Starbucks for us to have conversation.
Well, that's why you have to look at someone's resume.
And that's why you have to wait.
Right.
That's why you have to hold on a second, hold them drawers back a little bit and pay attention.
But you can go back. You Facebook, all that. All these posts that these guys make, they don't go away. Same way these posts that these women make, they don't go away. I can look back on you 3 years ago and see the type of person. See, when I meet people, first thing I ask them, you got a Facebook, you got an Instagram? Right then, it tells me your personality.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, G. For me, I'm too busy. I don't have time to go and research you and all of that. So the stuff that you did in the past, you could have very well been unchanged.
Well,
but I'm gonna see. I'm
just
gonna
saying,
know it.
2 years ago, if you're on Facebook and you making mess, you was a grown man 2 years ago.
Correct.
So I'm just saying, you can't say I'm too busy, but you find time to jump in the bed, get pregnant by these men and all that. But you too busy to look them up and see what type of man you getting into.
Yeah.
Another thing is when you run into men, and vice versa with men to women, when you run into these women or men and they have a problem with their previous kid's mother, you need to figure out why. Sometime it may be he was whooping her ass.
Not only that, G, if you don't even have a relationship with your kids, if you're not going to get your kids or pick your kids up or whatever, what type of dude is that?
Right, but the kid can't tell you. I'm saying a lot of times you see these relationships that the first thing he does is make you hate her. You don't even know her.
Right.
Man, she ain't nothing. She did this, she did that. If you were able to say, let me call her and talk to her and just see, she'd probably tell you, watch your left eye. Because that dude left hook is off the chain. A lot of times they will separate you just like a guy that's controlling you. The first thing he does is separate you from your family because your family can see you're being abused.
Correct.
They can see all that, so they pull you away from that. So, any man or any woman, if I'm around a woman, she got to know my kids. If I got young kids, there's no way me and you can be in a relationship. Just like if I'm in a relationship with you and you got kids that's living with you, they become a part of my life.
Absolutely.
So how the hell my kids can't become a part of yours?
Absolutely.
Something wrong with that picture.
Right. And also, G, tell me this. What about the guy or the girl? I haven't seen any women do this. Not yet. I'm sure there are because the culture is just vice versa now.
Right.
But what about the guy, for me, because I date guys, what about the guy that does not want to be around your family or meet your family or come to any barbecues or any family functions or anything like that?
Well, can I tell you, from my standpoint?
I'm listening.
When I was back in the days in New York, I had a lot of women. If I knew your family, they probably wouldn't know I got a lot of women. So if I'm somewhere and your family never met me, they can't ID me and say, hey, ain't that so-and-so's boyfriend? So when you're dating a lot of people, you try not to connect with their people because now they know you and you can be somewhere and don't remember them, but they remember you. Like, hey, that's so-and-so's old man. She was at the house.
Right.
So, yeah, when a person really don't feel you like that, they don't want to meet your family. They don't want to meet your mama. They don't want to meet your uncle, your brother, your father, none of that. They don't.
And that's what I'm getting to right there. If you talking to somebody, so for me, I'm very intentional. I know that I'm not getting married to you tomorrow or next Friday, but I'm letting you know that my desire is to, eventually get married again one day. And so I am dating with intentions, right?
Right.
And so, no, it's not going to be 3 or 4 months before I allow you to be my family. Our stuff is going to be progressive. It's going to happen kind of quickly because I don't have time to waste and play with you, and if I knew the things that I know now, if I knew them back then I would have done them then, right? But I know that when we were coming up, our friends and family and all of that, like everybody knew everybody. Like it didn't matter if we just met them last Friday. Well, we're going to meet up or whatever at Lenore's house, or we're going to meet at Lenore grandmama's house or whatever, and then we're going to go from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you deal with even your friends, and you become friends before you get in a relationship,
right? But then
right?
you rolled under rules at that time. There was
Absolutely.
rules to your engagement. You cannot have a man that your mother and father could
haven't
meet.
met. Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he don't come here, you can't go out with him no more.
Right.
Simple as that.
And so now you have those people, you want to just lay up in the house and you want to just kick it at Netflix and chill or whatever. You never meet any family, friends, like nothing. Not just to what you were saying, G, if we see them out, with somebody, oh, that's so-and-so's old man or whatever, he's cheating or whatever. It's not just that. It also gives a form of, security to the woman that this is where we're trying to go. I understand that women like, family type environments and stuff like that. So, okay, I'll come over there and I'll chill for a second. Nobody said you had to stay all day, but we're having a freaking barbecue. come by the barbecue or come by the fish fry, show your face, hey, what's up, get you a plate and peace out. You just showed her that I'm interested in the things that you are doing, you know, as it relates to family and stuff. And so, yes, I'm on board with, you know, potentially moving forward with you and being in a relationship or
But he's
something
not.
committed.
He's
But
not.
they're not. If
He's
they're not
not.
showing up for you when you need them to be there and stuff, then that's not it. It's, again, it's a red flag. Guys, just trying to help you live well.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to do.
And another thing is, when I did this, there was no social media. There was no cell phones. You know, today, again, like I said, if a person don't have your right intentions, once your people meet him, there's going to be people that in your family going to look his ass up and see what
Yep.
he's about. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, it's just so easy today to put yourself in a trapped off situation. So when
Right.
they play the invisible man on you, they just basically is not trying.
They're releasing you.
Right.
Just that, don't say, oh my God, I can't believe he ghosted me or whatever. You look at that closed door as redirection from God and move on about your business.
Yeah, you booty for now, and you just holding them down.
Don't be booty for now. Don't be booty.
You holding him down till he meet who he really wants to meet, but it ain't you.
Right. And so if that's going on, then you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's coming from a man and a woman here, you know.
If you're going through that, ladies, just call me. I can walk you through that.
Gee, I really don't want you yelling that out on this station because
I'm saying,
your girl is gonna bust your head open.
Listen, I've never
Because
been,
now you
listen,
know you be telling her to watch.
Listen.
Gonna bust your head to the white meat.
I've never been scared of a woman in my life.
Oh my God.
The day I am, you gonna see me over there at the gay bar. Because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
no
yeah.
longer a man. I ain't scared. I'm just saying, I will talk to my sisters. I will educate my sisters. I've done that way before I knew her.
Look, G,
you know,
like the chest of Cheeto.
yeah. If your woman going through some things, you know what I'm saying, you can always talk to me. I'll walk you through it. Sometimes women need encouragement from another man.
And I agree with that, but I think that needs to be someone different. I don't think that a woman needs to find solace or encouragement from the opposite sex that's attracted to her, or that they've had some type of relationship or something like that.
I wouldn't
you know
be
what I'm
attracted
saying?
to you because I
And vice versa.
I don't play with young girls. That's the one thing, because first of all, we got too big far of a gap in thought process.
Right.
You know, if you listening to certain cats today that's rappers, me and you, we thinking different.
Right.
Because I don't even turn that on. I don't need to hear nobody, you know, talking down to their own people, talk about killing each other. No,
Right.
I don't. When I turn on rap, I don't want to hear that. I go back to back in the days.
Right.
Just like my music.
Back in the day when
Right.
I was young, I'm not a kid
Yeah,
anymore.
you know, if
but someday
I'm gonna listen
wish I
to
was
some
a
some
kid.
good positive stuff. So, you know, I was dating a girl. She was in her 30s. You know, this was a couple of years back.
Yeah.
And yo, let me tell you something, man. I've never seen an old nigga run from a young girl in my life until I dated her. I told her, I said, love, let me tell you something. Back in the days, if a young girl got with an older man, she was set. Because that man was going to do her right,
Right.
take care of her, make sure she good. I said, yo, you the first young girl I seen chase an old nigga out the house. I don't even want to be around you. And that's bad.
What did she do? What?
Insecurities.
Oh.
See, those other men can create your insecurities. See, women I deal with, they don't have them insecurities. They
Right.
understand the type of man I am. They understand that I talk, I joke, I whatever. But if I'm here and I'm talking to a young lady, you understand that because I got daughters. One of my daughters is 40 years old.
Right.
So for me to see a young chick that's in her 30s and her 40s going down a destructive lane, you think I'm not going to tell them something?
Right.
I need our young sisters because they are our future. That's the whole thing with the Empress Hour when we talk to the young girls out there then about, you know, you mothers. You were the first teacher of the kid.
Absolutely.
And if you fail, that kid fails. Because the first one I remember in my life was my stepmother that I was close to. I had no real relationship with father because father had to go out and work them jobs back then. He wasn't at the house like mama was at the house and the personal contact I had with her. So again, if you
but they're not being taught like that nowadays.
No, they're not.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say it like this. we need to, there is healing that needs to go on both sides, the male and the black man and the black woman. There's healing that needs to go on both sides. And who better to help each other heal than one another, because we know each other's struggle. If you are dealing with someone that continues to make you feel bad or feel less than, feel like you can't, that you're not enough, that you don't do enough, that you talk too much, that you, whatever, like those are not the people that you need to be around. You want to be around somebody that's going to encourage you, motivate you, inspire you to go after what's in your head.
Well, you know who that is? That's the older cats that a lot of people don't talk to no more. See, when we were young, the older cats taught us. The older women, the older men, they taught us. We stopped listening to them. Now you're going up against the competition.
Right. I mean, some of them have stopped listening to them because a lot of our older people are fading out, and they're fading out quickly because they are not being healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they say, when you know better, you do better. That's not always true. That's just a statement, because it's some people that know better and they're stuck in their routine. I was having a conversation with my aunt the other day, and she wanted to try to argue with me about my profession and my passion of fitness. Yo, I'm certified in this and I live this. You can't tell me about milk. Right. She was like, y'all sit up here and talk about milk and stuff, and milk was good back in the day when you was drinking it or whatever. Now they got a problem with Similac and this and that. I said everything. The food source itself is not like it was back then.
Right.
So I say, girl, go ahead and believe what you want to believe. But I told you back then to get off the soda, and now you're having problems with your knees and then had surgery and everything. So what I'm saying is, like, I'm not going to argue with you if that's what you want to believe. You believe what you want to believe, but it's too much information out here. We're living in the information age. You can go and do the research yourself. Nowadays, they will let you set up tours and stuff to go inside of, like, the Borden Dairies and the Frito-Lays and the PepsiCos, like the places that manufacture these things. You can set up tours and go inside them and stuff and be like, oh, I was really interested and I want to see how this is made and this and that. Not to mention, you can just go and Google the ingredients on the back of these products. Half of them you can't pronounce them. If you can't pronounce them, then you don't even know what it is. So if that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do it. I'm not going to argue with you for your limitations. You stay limited. Because I'm limitless.
And before we go, I want to say one more thing about the older people that I was saying. We no longer have older people.
Right.
And not just because they're sick, it's because a lot of these older people want to be younger people now.
Correct.
You got women I see that's in their 40s and 50s at the damn club looking better than the younger girls today. Right. So what's a cougar? That's something new now. Once upon a time, an older woman in her 40s and 50s ain't looking for a 20-year-old. But guess what? Correct. I don't need your financial backing now.
Yep. And now she in competition with her daughter, and her daughter is getting into it because she's 40 and her daughter is 20. Right. And they're getting into it because they're fighting over the same dude.
Right. And because mama wants sex more than anything. She's not with that dude because of, he keeps me mentally strong and we can vibe and stuff like that. No, she's making booty calls just like her daughter.
And a lot of times it ain't even about, her trying to keep him and the booty call or whatever. It's about competition with the daughter, which is really stupid. You're supposed to be teaching her. But, hey, who knows? I can't tell nobody nothing. I don't have no kids. Look, that's the first thing.
So why would an older man teach a young boy how to treat a woman when he's trying to get his woman?
True. But that's what my biological mom, that's what she would say or whatever when she would get mad at me if I be helping my sisters now with the kids or whatever. She would like, you don't know, you don't even have no kids, because she used to think that they hurt my feelings until she found out that I didn't want none. So it's okay.
Right.
I got 4, 5 of them right here. Somebody else had them though, so it's all right.
Get you pregnant still.
Why you keep trying to get me pregnant though? I don't mind being pregnant. I just
I
haven't.
think you'd be cute with a fat belly.
I think that I would be amazing with I would be an amazing mom and all of that.
Yeah.
But I think I would be more amazing as amazing mom and all of that as an amazing wife.
You'd be cute with a fat belly.
As an amazing wife.
I wish I'd have knew you.
So
when you
I
was
don't want
chubby.
to have children outside of marriage. I don't.
wish I knew you when you was chubby.
Huh?
I wish I knew you when you was chubby.
You wish you would have known me when I was chubby. I wasn't chubby, I was fat.
Yeah,
I was fat.
You was cute. I seen your jaws. They was,
I was round. I ain't had no neck. You know,
Oh.
it's an amazing thing to be able to have a neck, to have a passageway to be able to swallow. You know what I'm saying? To have some air flow back and forth. That's an amazing thing. You didn't even know you didn't have it until you
Yeah.
found out it was
Yeah.
there. Gee, I'm done.
Yeah, man.
Listen, this topic has been live well, guys. Live well. Don't allow anybody to take your dreams away from you. Don't
right.
allow anybody to talk crazy or talk down on you.
That's right.
Listen, we beat ourselves up enough. You don't need anybody else doing it for
That's
you.
right.
Love on yourself. You have 70 trillion cells in your body, and best believe me, they are listening to every word you say. So if it's saying you fat, you're disgusting, you're ugly, don't nobody love you, don't nobody want you, guess what? Your body is going to react to that. If you say that you are beautiful and you're 450 pounds, and it say that you say to yourself that, baby, I am gorgeous, I am thick and loving it, and somebody is out there that's gonna love me, guess what? People are gonna be drawn and attracted to that energy. So speak life into yourself. Feed yourself healthy foods, healthy thoughts, healthy music, healthy men, healthy women, feed yourself those things and health will come to you. Live well. I'm your girl, Miss Butterfly Beast, Fitness by Nori, and my boy, G.
Stay out them third world countries trying to get a body. You may be bodied.
And we are out.